properly introduce the two newest members to our fleet, our 1969 Honda CT90 and our 1969 Yamaha 175.
25.
125?
Yeah, I thought it was 175, but it's 125.
Okay, 125.
T1.
We've been wanting a pit bike for a couple years now, talking about it. I like the weird little look, the CTs. And these suckers are kind of expensive running on Facebook Marketplace. So we've been looking. A friend sent us an ad and it was $700. They also had the Yamaha with it too. No, we did not get both for $7, but we actually happened to know the guy and we got both for $11, which is a screaming deal. Problem, neither of them run. So today I'm going to dismantle the gas tank and clean it out because it still has a little bit of a varnish in the bottom of it. And in theory, if our mail lady shows up today, and I say theory because she has her own schedule that is not, consistent with the U.S. Postal Service's schedule, maybe our carburetor will come in for it and maybe we can get it running. So it's kind of the little project I'll be working on while Mike finishes the exhaust for the Scout. So it's our new little pit bike and maybe a bike that we'll fix up and sell so we can buy more parts for the Scout. Because he likes the Yamaha. I could do without it. But time will tell. First things first, get the CT90 running. So I got the bike apart. Well, apart to the point where we wanted it to be. We cleaned out the gas tank. It's 8,000 degrees outside, so that was fun. But it was just varnish at the bottom, so that's really good news that there was no rust to be found in the bottom of the tank. Mike scraped out the rust pretty good, and that looks disgusting. Thank you for that. So we got new fuel lines. We're gonna install those. Those are little teeny tiny fuel filters is what he's fussing with right now, and we have those on order. They're just not here yet, so I think temporarily we're going to utilize what was on it for at least the last decade, because when the guy we got it from said it hadn't run for at least 10 years. So we're going to utilize those and still cross our fingers that the carburetor is going to show up today. So you can see, let me go on the other side. The air filter is really gnarly. That obviously hasn't been changed in a hot minute, so we need to get one of those on order. Because that's not something we can get locally, right?
Locally?
No, okay, yeah. So we need to get on order because, wow, it's pretty ugly looking. And then, are we going to change the oil while we're at it?
Yeah.
Do we have an oil filter?
I don't know if it has an oil filter.
Oh, cool.
230s don't.
We're gonna learn something today. So, yeah. Keep plodding along. It's hard to tell on camera, but in person, yeah, it definitely is a different shade, but super close.
Yeah, it's in the same family.
Almost like we planned it.
Right? Cleaned up pretty good though.
Yeah, I've got the underseat cleaned up, so we could probably put it on. So Mike installed new fuel lines. And then we'll get the seat back on and try and video around your big bald head.
Yeah.
Mint.
Definitely on the cool side.
Alright, bolt it back together?
Yep.
Or wait?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got all new cables put on. Brake cables, throttle cable, and the world's cutest Where did you put it? Oh, carburetor. Just showed up in the mail. Isn't it adorable? It's also too hot to touch because that is how hot it is in southern Arizona right now. That, yeah, 10 seconds is enough to touch. So, yeah, carburetor's next. Cables check. Clean tank check. Carb soon, oil change, and then maybe a turnover? Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, so much for getting it to run today. This is what it should look like, and that's what it looks like. Anybody tell the difference? Yeah. The attachment point does not have the appropriate, I don't know, what is that, 45-degree angle on it, so it's just not gonna go on there. So hooray. Hooray for cheap Chinese reproduction parts. Well, shit. Somebody couldn't wait until I finished walking the dogs to get the Honda running. And it ran, now it won't run, so much for that exciting video. There it goes. And off it goes. It runs. It's so tanny.
It's so ghetto.
So we ended up having to change the intake tube here because we learned that in 1969 it had a 1-year only carburetor, which is why it had this piece here was at a 45-degree angle. After that, they changed it to a 90. So we just went with a later model year tube and obviously carburetor. We've got a fresh air filter on it. I put the air filter cover back on it. We haven't put this cover back on yet because he's still playing with tuning and whatnot. But yeah, all the cables are freshened up. It's getting right power cords and it's got new oil in it, and it's runs pretty consistently now. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it so far. We still need new tires. Obviously needs a new seat. But yeah, that's our little Honda 90 that we got running after sitting for at least 10 years.